Hi, I'm Sam Sorbo. Welcome to the Accidental Homeschooler. This week we're talking about parenting is hard, home education isn't. And today we're going to talk about the punishment must fit the crime. So, as a parent, you need to understand that your role sometimes is not fun. And what have we taught in our culture? But we've been teaching ourselves. The culture has been teaching us, and we've been absorbing this idea that life should be fun, and it should always be fun, and let's just have fun, and YOLO, you only live once, and all of that. And I'm here to tell you, it's no fun if you don't parent your children well. So I'll tell you maybe a couple quick stories. Let's see. So the first story. My son was supposed to do homework, and he slacked. And there was no reason that he slacked. He just didn't do it. He did other things. He just went and had some fun, and he did some other things. He was young, but there were certain things that he was supposed to get done, and he knew that. Maybe it might have been chores, actually. It might have been like clean your room and something else, and maybe read in your book. I think it was like a combination. And that evening, their dad was going to take the kids to the premiere of a movie. The premiere, they were supposed to go out to the movie, and it was a brand new movie. So I don't know if it wasn't the premiere per se, but it was a big deal. It was going to be a big deal. And so they were getting ready to go, and I said, "Is your room clean?" And he sort of froze. No. And I thought, well, let me give him an out. Did you do your reading? And he said, no. And I said, oh no. I guess you can't go see the movie. And my husband was upset. But I talked to him about it, and I said, look, there have to be consequences. Now, I know that people are going to think, wow, you're just too tough. But it's not like we hadn't been through this before. It's not like it was the first time that he ever didn't get his work done. And so at a certain point, when it's a repeat offense, the punishment has to be augmented, right? And so the first time it was like, well, then you can't watch TV tonight. Then, you'll have to do your reading instead of watching TV. And so we'd been through that a couple times. And it was like no big deal. And so in that particular instance, no, you can't. And that was hard for me, frankly. It's not easy parenting sometimes. It's the most rewarding job you'll ever do. But it's not easy. And that was a tough call for me. Also, be careful not to punish yourself. So I'll tell you one other quick story. We were supposed to go to our Bible study, or it was a book club, but it was a book club for moms with young kids. And I had a young kid. I had a few young kids. And so I really enjoyed this weekly thing that we just would go and hang out and discuss the book and let the kids play. And it was fun. And my son did something, honestly, I don't remember what. And I said, if you continue to do that, whatever it was, teasing his younger brother or doing something, I said, then you're not going to go to your play date tomorrow, which was my book club. And he continued to do it because he didn't care that much about the play date. The play date was more for me. And then I couldn't go because you have to be consequential. You have to stick to your guns as a parent. You must, okay? So I had drawn the line in the sand, and then I was like, oh, dang, I'm punishing myself. And my girlfriends were upset with me also. They're like, why did you do that? Anyway, so do be careful. But yes, the punishment must fit the crime, and it should be swift, and it should also wipe the slate. So don't bring it up again. Don't be like, remember that time and da-da-da-da. That's no fun. There has to be forgiveness. So the punishment, they serve the time, They did the crime, they served the time, they're done. As a general rule. If they do the crime again, then you don't bring it up. The punishment has to be more severe. It just has to be, because obviously they're not learning the lesson. And why do we want kids to learn the lesson? Because they need to be able to, as adults, exercise self-control. So we, as parents, for our children, we are the self-control mechanism by which they learn to exercise self-control. Okay? That's it. Check out the description. Sign up for my newsletter over at samsorbo.com. And please share my videos. Let's get the word out. Parenting is hard, but home education isn't. Thanks for joining me.